Hello and welcome back to episode 13 of the Juggernaut Cyclone of Tumult build guide. And this is going to be to attain Apprentice rank 2, which I've made up arbitrarily, but at this point you should have everything from Apprentice rank 1, which is basically this kind of stuff. You're going to have a weapon that is anywhere from 900, maybe 850 physical DPS, up to maybe 1,000. I got this for 3 divines, so I got lucky. Right now, we search 8 divine, so I would shoot for anywhere from 850 to 900 DPS. Okay, that should be your goal to meet the Apprentice rank 1, along with these kind of items. You're going to need dexterity, and then some life, and any other kind of stats that you like on there. We did the searching yesterday, or in the last episode. Same thing here. And we also learned how to use those Eldritch currencies. I'll show you those real quick as a recap. But again, intelligence. And you're thinking, why do we have so much intelligence and dexterity on all these items? Well, and same thing here. Dexterity and intelligence. Life, some accuracy, that kind of stuff. Because we're going to be replacing this. And the replacement cost is quite steep. We also learned how to use these things. These Eldritch currencies, which you can buy off Faustus, Embers, and Ichors. Good. And we use those, and then you put them on there. See those implicits up there? If you hold down, it tells you that those are the Eater of Worlds, and those are the Searing Exarch type mods that you roll. And this is the Searing, Eater of Worlds, and this is the Searing Exarch currency. So let's get into the first. This is the big first step up too, where it's going to cost a bit, but it's going to be very valuable. So let's get into the first item for Apprentice rank 2. Pull this up, and a simple side note: because we're not pressed for sockets, I've left these sockets completely blank. I've tried getting that summon stone golem to actually work with different supports. I'm not going to add them into the build until later in a different way. But for right now, if you want to use them in your gloves or wherever on whatever setup here, or here, whichever way, you're good to go. But also you should still have the 5 link at this point. And you should have a 6 link. We've done all that. You've met all those requirements, right? And then steel skin. And there'll be a link down below. So the next item is called Defiance of Destiny. This is the one I got. It cost me 7 divine. And there's three steps to a Defiance of Destiny. You may want to skip the first step and go to a mid-tier one, but the expensive one, that's going to say, see that last line where it says gain? Well, you can get ones that say gain 24% of your missing unreserved life before a hit. And what this does is, let's say I have 10,000 health, and I'm down at 5,000 health, and I get hit, and I have the 24%er, not this one. And I get hit for 1 damage. It's going to heal me for 1,000 and then do the 1 damage. So ideally, you want to get hit by tiny little hits all the time because it literally heals you. This thing is going to make you so much more defensive, and it comes in 3 variants, we'll call it. The first one is the I don't care, I want the cheapest one on the market. So you unclick all this, and it would be 5 divines when you look for Defiance of Destiny. Now, as you start to say, hey, you know what? This one right here is probably going to be on the low end. If we hold down Alt, it's probably going to be like maybe a 10 or 11% back. I want 18% back or 17% back. So let's see what a 17% back would cost. And now we're still at 5 divine, so that's good. But what if I wanted some decent rolls on my on this? So we go like that. Now if we put these 2 conditions in here, now we're up to 9 divines. We could lower this. What about 60, 66? See what comes up then. We're back down to 5 divines. So we're looking at 5 or 6 divines, and you're thinking, how can I ever get that many divines? Right now, for the last multiple days, Delve has been ridiculously good. I've made at least 20 to 25 divines, but I've also been doing this. I've been doing, if you watch the series where you're trying to turn 1 chaos into a mirror, I think I made it up to 80 or 90 divines in a few episodes doing just that, just flipping, meaning you're buying low and selling high. Well, in the next episode, we're going to be looking at getting this item right here. It's called the Rune Graft of Gemcraft. And what it does is, once we apply it in the next episode, this thing will add one level to all your support gems. So I was buying that. I was looking at it, right? Well, look at this. We bring it up here. We hold down Alt. Look at oh my gosh, it's going up in price. So I was buying this thing for 255. I bought it for 255. I'll take it. And then I'll reverse this. I'll sell that one. And I'll sell mine for $5.99. So I've been buying them low. Just one of them. And there we go. So $5.99. So I'll say place order. So now I will have the cheapest. Oh my gosh, it's up to $6.49. I'll try $6.49 then. So right there, $2.55 to $6.49. I don't know, that's $350. It's a lot. I'll cancel this order. I'll get my chaos back. And then I'll say I'll buy one for $3.51. So I reverse it. And I'll say, sure, I'll buy one of these for $351. There we go. So I've got it set up again, and it's like fishing. Somebody might actually just be like, yep, I'll just sell it, or I'll buy it, whatever the case may be, if they really want one. This is the point of they don't care, they just want to buy it. They don't care that the price is that much of a gap, but that's a huge gap. And as this comes out, more people, it won't take very many people to help close this gap down. So if you're trying to do this exact trade that I'm doing, it's probably not going to be there. 640. It just jumped up. Oh no, still this is great. So I've been making money off of that. But generally I've been making it down in Delve. So let's come back to this item. So the first step for Apprentice rank 2 is going to be get some kind of this. So you're going to have to save up probably 5 to 7 divines. I got one that was corrupted. It had good stats here. I didn't care about this too much, but I wanted the 18% minimum, so I got mine for 7 divine, and it was because it's corrupted, and that's good and bad. It adds some strength and intelligence, neat, but not that cool. I would not have got this one a second time because I can't easily cheaply add an anoint to this. I want it not corrupted in the future. So if you do buy this one, you can anoint it, but it costs a bunch. You got to have a tainted oil, which costs, let's find out how much a tainted oil costs. Oh boy. Currency, I have that. I want tainted oil. Let's find out how much these cost. Oh wow. Almost like 2.5 divine just for a tainted oil to do that. So don't necessarily get a corrupted one unless it's the final version of this, which is going to be the final version of when we'll get there eventually, but is going to be a higher roll of this. We're going to say 24 here. Oh, not 25. 24, and that doesn't really matter, but let's see what the minimum price, 22, and if we get this up to like 100, 35 divines, it's you're paying a lot for a few extra elemental resistances. So something like 90 or 88 is much more approachable at 22 divines. So as you get closer to perfection, they're more rare and they cost more. But right now, Apprentice rank 2, you need this. And I would shoot for maybe 17-ish on the gain, and you're in great shape. That's it. That's all that on that thing. So, oh, and then this explains why we're getting all this int and dex and int. And if need be, you're going to take, you still can't wear it. Let's see if that's the case. If I put this on, I take this off. Let's see, I use that. Let's see if I do need it still. Nope. I can take that off of there in my case, but you'll probably you may need to use one or both of these to get you there. All right. So let's go back to the next step. The next thing is going to help with our elemental resistances. Let's take a look at what mine are right now. And we're in great shape right now, right? Like overcapped. And I'm wondering, like, wow, that's great. Why am I going to go up here and do this whole trick? Well, let's see. I'm going to make sure I don't have this one taken. So I haven't specifically targeted any of these elemental resistances. By happenstance, probably this thing. This has got some on there. And being overcapped is okay because wow, my voice is going out again. Because there's going to be some adjustments where we're going to back off on elemental resistances on our gear. So that's going to be a thing. So the next item is this right here. Unnatural Instinct. And you're thinking, what does this do? It says, don't worry about those two because this is a corrupted one. You're going to get a non-corrupted one. Unless you can afford to go for the corrupted ones. But they cost a chunk more. And there's probably better things to be spending your money on. So, we plunk it in somewhere. It has a radius. And then it grants all the bonuses of the unallocated small passive skills. You're thinking, well, that's interesting, but what does that mean? Let's go ahead and take a look. We're gonna buy the thing. You're gonna look it up on the trade site. We'll take these off so this won't count as that thing. How much does it cost? Just one of these is gonna cost anywhere from 170 to a divine. Okay, no problem. But if we were to add, let's say, crit to it, then it's 2 divine. What if we were to add the chance to ignore enemy? Then it's only a divine. So I would search for one. At minimum, you should have this with 1 corruption on here of that. Now you can look at the different corruptions and maybe you'll find one that you like. But these are pretty good for our build. So there we go. 1 divine. You should have it with at least this. Now watch if I said give me both of these, and I think I got a really good price. In fact, I think, is ours only an 8? Oh, no. I think I re-rolled it with no, I didn't use a blessing. A blessed orb. So I think I just got a good deal because this was 2 divine. It had been sitting there for a couple days, and I got this for 2 divine. They asked for 3. I said we could do it for 2. And they said, yeah, sure, why not? And I just said it's all right if no, I don't mind. I just didn't have that. That's why I only had 2 divine at the time. So you're gonna buy this, and you're gonna put it right here, and you're thinking, what does it do? Look at that! Look at all that! It's all lighting up. Now, if you've allocated it, then watch what happens. Right now, this strength gives us 10. We put it here, and now it gives us nothing. This one still works, and these don't work anywhere. But it's projectile damage. We don't do that, so I don't care. So you come up this way instead of this way, and now all those things. See, they're all flashing. All of those get those are small passives. I don't know why that one shouldn't be highlighting when it does that, should it? Maybe it just highlights what's in the area. Like this one and this one. It still counts that. Let's see if it's easy to see it. Not really, is it? Let's find out if it does it. We're gonna find out if it grabs that one. It should. It's right on the edge. Can't tell if it's flash. I think it is flashing. We'll say it's counting. But look at the list of this 1 jewel socket. What does it give us? It gives us 18 resistances. It gives us attack speed. The totem doesn't help us. 9% increased movement speed. Skill effect duration. What else? It's ignore. That's from the thing. We get some strength, some dexterity, some crit strike chance. That's from the jewel itself. And then 34% increased physical damage. So it helps with our damage. It helps with our movement speed, resistances, even some life through strength. Everything about it. Really nice. Now, what it also does is it shoots us up way up here. I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. But at that point, we could actually take this off and look what it drops down to. So that's what we're preparing for. We're preparing for the next rank. So that's why we get that. And I've explained pretty much in detail why. So I'm looking at this. So then I have this extra point to spend, and I'll put a Path of Building link down below so you can look at it. Now here's the thing. Let's say you're I'm level what? 93. Well, let's say you're level not the same level as us. Don't look at this one. This is in the future. You would back out this. This would be 4 levels lower, and I would be level 89. It's very easy to be level 89. And if not, what else would I back out of? Maybe some AoE. Maybe these 3. So now we're 86 if I back out of these 3. These are just temporary. I'm just slapping them in here. Just like I said about the refund points being dirt cheap. I don't care. I'm just going to put it right there. I'll get the 6% life. There we go. Nice. And now we're up to 5,500, and we reserve some of that with our vitality and precision. So we're at over 5,000 life. Perfect. So that's the second item. The third item you're going to be going for are cheap ones. These are easy. Also, save this. It's really nice because let's say I take this thing off and all of a sudden I can't put it back on. I can't do that. It's really nice to still have this, and I keep it right here. I just put this back on. It pumps up all my attributes. I can put this stuff back on and fire everything back up. 2, 3, and there. So it's nice to keep this around because it's a big stat stick. We're treating it as that. So the next items, we're going to get these, and we're going to take them. I'll just put them right here for a second. What you're going to want is the first item is going to be this. So let's look it up. Ideally, you're going to quality these up with baubles too. Baubles are dirt cheap, so you're going to get them to 20%. So you don't have to search for a 20% one. All you're going to do is say, hey, I want increased duration of about, let's say 22%. You wouldn't click the quality here, and then you come into this hidden section. Well, you wouldn't. You'd actually go and search there for it. But look at this. 10 chaos. Here's one. A 20 for 10 chaos. Increased duration of at least 22%. And it's already been crafted with used when charges equal full. Meaning, when you're running around killing stuff, these things refill. It becomes a poor man's mage blood. You'll see in videos where if you watch these things down here, they're up a really good percentage of the time, as long as they're 20% and the increased movement speed. And there's a way we're going to make them the uptime on them even better in the next ranking. But for right now, that's the case. Now, as far as the suffix goes, we're not picky about the suffix right now. If I tried to say, get one with, this is a tier 1 roll on the, no, it's not. So the accuracy or the duration could go even higher than that. Let's say we'll get up to like, I don't know, 38 in that. We wouldn't care about that because we could craft it ourselves. Pretty nice. So we can get even a higher one if you want to craft it yourself on the crafting bench. And it costs 5 instilling orbs and 5 glass blowers baubles. You could search for it that way and get a better one. But then I want movement speed. If I were to ask for movement speed on the movement speed thing, then it's going to be more expensive. We're just getting the very first dirt cheap 10 chaos version of all these things. So you're going to get one like this, Quicksilver Flask of not siphoning, but Quicksilver Flask, and you're either going to do the enchant yourself and the quality yourself, or you're going to buy it done that way. And if you don't have it done yourself, then you can just slap it in here. You got the enchants at the end of the when you finish the campaign and you woke up in that hut. You walk right over there, right outside the hut, and there's a little thing to click. If you don't have these, it'll tell you where to go look too. You'll be able to look in the unknown ones down here, undiscovered. You'll be able to look down there and find them down there and say, okay, why can't I do it? Right there. And you can chart. It's just that and that. So 5 of these, and then you can put the enchantment on yourself. So it's dirt cheap. So it's not that big. You could search for it without. We'll see. But at first, you're gonna to pass to the next grade from Apprentice 1 to Apprentice 2. You got to have these 3 items. This, that Unnatural Instinct Jewel, and this one. This one with increased duration again. Now, I used the attack damage leeched. I don't think they overwrite. Oh, this is a really bad one. The spell damage, that doesn't even help me at all. But this was just a 10 chaos, dirt cheap solution to, I wanted this on there. I'll be upgrading these maybe in the next episode. Here's one. It does some attack damage. Now, I can't stack armor and armor on the suffix. I'm not even totally positive I can. This might overwrite it too. That second one where it says attack damage leeches life. It might get overwritten by that one. And what is this one? Increased armor. My goal is to have an armor one that does also that has a suffix down there. If I hold down Alt, see the suffix. My goal is to have either increased duration or crit. Gives you a chance at a when you crit, you get a charge back. One of the two with increased armor during effect. This one would be optional, like maybe like a more leech or something, because I can't like increase the onslaught effect on that one. This one would be extra crit during the effect, and this one would be extra speed. It kind of matches up. I just like that. That way it doesn't offer confusion. And then we're also going to get rid of our life flask eventually here and move to a 5th automated one, either a gold flask for extra gold and magic find, or something else. But in general, these are the ones you're going to have. It'll pass to rank 3 or to rank 2 and get this under our belt. Those are the items you have to upgrade, guys. So if you can, if you're at 93 and you're asking, hey, I'm having a hard time, and I say, have you passed Apprentice rank 2? And you don't have one of these if these aren't all automated and you have 4 of these, then you have not passed. And it's pretty serious when you, the armor, let's just look at the armor. And this is a badly rolled armor one. There's much better versions of this. Let's see, look, our armor, and this thing's running. There's our armor. Now we're up to 13,000, a 69%. Remember this thing? Look how much armor it gives us. It gives us almost 1,400 armor at this point. And we're going to we're scaling this up. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We could get the 20% armor one on there. We don't, as this one, we don't know yet. We'll figure it out. All right, if you've done all that, I don't think we have to go down into Delve. We've done that a lot. It's just a simple episode. Good to go. Get this stuff done. We're going to be working with this in the future. We're going to be working with a lot of things. We might even go to a Combs chest, which would be interesting. That'll get our health up to about 8,000, which works well with this. Because the higher our health is, the better this works. At 15,000 health, when we're missing 10,000 health, that's an 1,800 heal. We're getting hit for 1 point of damage. It's a huge thing. It makes us, we're already not invincible, but we're already this is a night and day difference. When you have this and you don't, it's a big, big change in quality of life, survivability. It just makes the game relaxing. So that's where we're at. I'm actually carrying one around one of these dirt cheap things too. Just in case. I haven't been below 25% health for maybe 2 levels. So yeah, I'm in good shape there, but I just carry it around just in case. I don't like dying, so throw that right there. I hope this helps. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy. So no gameplay, because just delve. Have a good one and enjoy. Apprentice rank 2.